No. Crawford needs the money.
Crawford needs the money? You think he had a chance to win? But
Gervonta Davis and Terrence Crawford are back at it again, and this time,
Gervonta Davis and Terrence Crawford are at it again, and this time, their exchange is as explosive as any knockout punch. The tension between them has been building for some time, but Tank's recent comments about Crawford's upcoming fight with Canelo have reignited the fire. Crawford is set to move up to weight classes to fight Canelo later this year, a challenge that many in the boxing world see as a massive one. Gaining 14 pounds to face a naturally bigger and stronger fighter like Canelo is no easy task, but Crawford has been very clear about his reasons.
laugh.
somebody asked Lomachenko.
No.
All right.
Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready. What you think about that?
Who?
Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready.
I need 3 now.
Tank wasn't just questioning Crawford's strength, he was
I want to challenge myself. Canelo is a great fighter, one of the best to come out of Mexico, and I'm one of the all-time greats. Why not put it to the test? Big risks come with big rewards, Crawford explained. This fight is about his legacy, testing himself against one of the best in the world. However, Tank Davis wasn't buying that explanation. He wasn't impressed with Crawford's reasoning and made his thoughts clear to the public, stating that Crawford only took the fight for the money. Tank said it bluntly, presenting it as a fact rather than speculation.
He went to jail for it.
Talking about Victor Conti.
He went to jail, right? Yeah. And he the owner of the snack shit, right? And he went to jail. Now it's like, you see, I don't want to throw him out of the bus, but you see, that's
Tank didn't just criticize Crawford's motives, he also took aim at Crawford's physical performance in the ring. He needs the money, for sure, Tank said. He's a good fighter, but smaller fighters are usually better than bigger ones because they know how to move. But didn't he get clipped by Gamboa? How is he looking so strong now? Tank also threw some serious shade, mentioning the nutrition company Snack, which has been linked to performance enhancers in the past. Although Tank didn't directly accuse Crawford of anything, he clearly wanted people to question the legitimacy of Crawford's recent dominance in the ring.
What champ? Come on, man. Tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at. All right, I'll welcome.
Crawford didn't let that slide. He fired back, going straight for Tank's ego. Why is he talking like he's the greatest in the sport? This little dude hasn't fought anyone worth mentioning, Crawford said. He wasn't just responding, but also reminding everyone that Tank hasn't faced the kind of competition he has. Despite being one of the biggest names in boxing, Tank's critics have pointed out that he's avoided high-profile opponents, including Devin Haney, Shocker Stevenson, and Vasyl Lomachenko.
Can be like all the other fighters that's moving up 2 weight classes, and, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin. So tell him to come and touch me.
Wow.
Man.
Crawford didn't stop there. He continued to assert that Tank hasn't been tested the way he has. The only way Tank will learn a lesson, Crawford argued, is if he gets dropped by his opponent. He pointed out that Tank has never been in a fight where he had to truly dig deep or face serious adversity. On the other hand, Crawford has been in tough fights, has been hurt, and has battled through to victory. Crawford believes Tank's career hasn't been as challenging as his own.
Right? I know we last talked Big Bro first to Tank, right? And then, or is it
whoever? I told Tank. Tank know what's up. You know what I mean? He know what he up against when he fights Shakur or Keyshawn. You know what I mean? He want to fight these guys that everybody in the world know they ain't gonna give him no fight. They not meant.
Crawford took his criticism even further by backing Lamont Roach, Tank's upcoming opponent, as a fighter with more guts than Tank ever had. He pointed out that Roach, a lesser-known fighter, is willing to take more risks than Tank, who seems to carefully select his opponents. Crawford used this to challenge Tank's reputation, implying that Tank is more focused on making money than proving himself in the ring.
I got a question for you, Tank. At 147, how does a fight with you and Terrence Crawford look?
147.
147.
I tapped that chin. You know he going to sleep.
I already know. I already know
he ain't got no chance.
I already know he is.
Crawford turned the tables, saying that while Tank was accusing him of fighting for money, it's actually Tank who was avoiding real challenges. You're the one picking safe fights, Crawford said, implying that Tank only fights in situations where the risks are minimal. This back and forth between the two isn't likely to end anytime soon. Tank has never been one to follow the crowd. While many top boxers are chasing huge paydays in Saudi Arabia, Tank is standing firm in the US. He's not willing to let outsiders who know little about the sport control it, while other boxing stars are signing deals to fight under Al-Sheikh's banner. Tank is focused on building his own empire and doesn't want others dictating his career. For Tank, it's not just about the money, it's about preserving the integrity of the sport.
Terrence Crawford is good, but he's not what people make him saying. He's not pound for pound.
Tank's concerns about the state of boxing were highlighted during the controversial Carlos Adames versus Hamza Shiraz fight. Al-Sheikh was caught on camera signaling that Shiraz needed a knockout to win, right before the fight ended in a questionable draw. Tank believes this is a sign of corruption in the sport, and he isn't buying the excuses.
What I care about these titles for? You know, belt.
Tank. Makeup covers up a lot of imperfections. Matchmaking can do the same thing. What are you scared of? In this sport, it's like your job never done. Anybody could be undisputed in the right fight.
You want me to go sell a title that I didn't work my whole life for, but boxers do that.
How can...
Davis has been in boxing long enough to know that corruption and favoritism are part of the game, but what's happening now feels different. Tank sees the sport being taken over by one man with limitless money and power, and he doesn't want to play along. When talks of a fight between Tank and Shaka Stevenson surfaced in Saudi Arabia, Tank wasn't just looking at the payday, but at the bigger picture of how the sport is being run.
Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that, dude.
Why, though?
Cause I just don't like them. Like, I really don't like them. I don't like
it's not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
I don't like nothing about it.
Tank doesn't need to chase big paydays abroad. His upcoming fight against Lamont Roach Jr. is set to break records in Brooklyn's Barclays Center, proving that boxing can thrive in the US. Despite the increasing dominance of Saudi Arabia in boxing, Tank is focused on being the face of American boxing and ensuring the biggest fights happen on home soil, not halfway across the world under foreign influence.
Send to me 2 Ferrari to play in Saudi Arabia. I said to him, we will send you 2 gloves if you want to play in Saudi Arabia. That's it. He said to me, send to me 2 Ferrari to play in Saudi Arabia. I said to him,
Canelo, a natural super middleweight who has fought at light heavyweight, will fight Crawford, a welterweight. In any other era, this fight wouldn't have been considered, but Al-Sheikh is making it happen. Tank believes Al-Sheikh's motives are more about power and influence than the sport itself, and he's not impressed with how things are shaping up in Saudi Arabia.
David, he said to me, send to me 2 Ferrari to play in Saudi Arabia. I said to him, we will send to you 2 gloves if you want to play in Saudi Arabia. That's it.
Tank sees the situation happening in real-time, boxing's biggest stars selling out for massive paydays, and nobody questioning whether it's good for the sport. He's in a rare position to take a stand because, unlike many other boxers, Tank doesn't need the money. He's already one of the highest paid fighters, and his pay-per-view sales are through the roof.
If not, y'all gonna give it to him. So that's what made me like, oh yeah, I see what's going on. So now, give me 2 or 4 or 3 Ferraris. If not, ain't no point in me going over there for. Y'all got the money to do it.
2, 3, 4 Ferraris. Because I heard you said 2.
Tank's fight against Lamont Roach Jr. isn't just about defending his title. It's about proving that American boxing is still strong. He wants to show that a fighter can be a massive star without taking money from Saudi Arabia. But after this fight, what will be next?
I mean, I was advised that. When my judge told that was the first time I've been, you know what I mean?
For sure.
So,
obviously, Drake and Kendrick, nigga, that's the hottest shit in the culture right now. Drake and Kendrick went at it. Everybody talking about it. What you listen to these records, what you feel like, how you who's winning, like what Tank is listening to right now.
I ain't listen to it.
Yeah.
For Terrence Crawford, Tank Davis represents more than just another fighter. It's personal. Crawford doesn't like Davis not because of anything Davis has done to him directly, but because of how he carries himself. Crawford believes Tank's arrogance is fueled by fame, money, and bodyguards. Crawford's disdain for Tank runs deep. He's not criticizing Tank for his skills in the ring, but for his attitude outside of it. Crawford sees Tank as someone who thrives on his public image and tough guy persona, but wouldn't act the same way without the security and cameras.
I just don't like how this guy come in the game and he don't know nothing about the sport. Like, he don't know nothing about the sport. And everybody going over there. Like, he wasn't even picking, like at first he wasn't even picking people that know stuff about the sport into this. He was just saying like, yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Tank quickly responded to Crawford's comments on social media, but in true Tank fashion, his post was deleted shortly after. He made his point, but it wasn't meant to linger. The tension between them is palpable, and their rivalry continues to heat up.
Are you just not interested in fighting over there?
It's not that, but they came at me wrong the first time they ever came at me, which they said I will fight Devin. And then when he was saying, like, Devin was his guy. So I'm like, if Devin your guy, y'all gotta pay me.
This isn't the first time they've clashed. Their history of online jabs is well documented. But this time, Crawford went beyond social media. He laid it all out in a full interview, making it clear that his dislike for Tank is personal, not just professional.
Seen Shakur against Tank.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, you and Canelo Alvarez were not on the same page last year. Now you are. Gervonta Davis, you're giving an invitation to Gervonta Davis.
I don't take anything as a personal. I take it as I am professional.
Right.
When the conversation turned to a potential fight between Tank and Shocker Stevenson, Crawford didn't hesitate to back his guy. Stevenson is not only talented but has Crawford's full support due to their close relationship. Crawford believes Stevenson is the better fighter, and Tank will struggle against a slick technical boxer like him.
If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break.
Crawford pointed out that Tank has never faced a fighter like Stevenson, a defensive master. He believes Tank will struggle to handle Stevenson's style, just as others once questioned Floyd Mayweather's power, before he proved himself to be a master of defense.
Hopefully I fight Ryan again. If they're not on some whole shit, I'll text that ass again. Tell them boys to give me 150 M's. I'm coming. You know what I mean? When I start streaming out that, yeah, niggas start talking that, stop it, knock it off, cuz. Stop it.
People have said similar things about Tank's ability to fight a technical boxer before, but he's proven them wrong by defeating fighters like Hector Luis Garcia and Ryan Garcia. What do you think about Crawford's opinion? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.